I know.
It's so dumb.
It's not rocket science.
Not rocket science. Not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
Blast off. Welcome to Not Rocket Science.
Thank you.
In this episode, we'll be learning from a Reiki healer, Emily Churchill, all about Reiki. Do you know what Reiki is, Anthony?
Of course I know what Reiki is. What am I?
What is
it? Non-Reiki person?
What is it?
Reiki is when you have leaves all over your yard, and you take a rake and you put the leaves in a bag, and then that's Reikiing. Reiki.
That's not it. We'll hear more about what it is. Anthony, what is this show? What do we do here?
Yeah. What do we do here? Why are we even in existence? What is this play? Oh, the show. What is the show that we're on now?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you meant show as what is the earth of the show.
Yeah.
What is earth? No, well, this is the show. Matty and myself will learn something new from a seasoned professional, whether that be an English teacher, a history professor, a firefighter last week, a cook, an astrologist, maybe even a real rocket scientist.
Whoa.
But
cool.
after all, even if it's a real rocket scientist, it's not
cool.
rocket science.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, that last part, but we went with it.
Yeah, because after all, learning, it's not what, Anthony?
It's not what you
It's not
think it
rocket
is. It's
science.
not as important as you want it to be, right?
Right.
And that's why I'm excited about Reiki today, because I
Yeah.
don't know anything about leaves.
Yeah, but okay. First, before we start,
Yeah.
so my mom noticed that the microphone has been blocking my face, and Anthony's shoulder's been cut off at one point, and our
Yeah.
cameraman has something he'd like to say. So
Sorry, guys. I got us a monitor now, so you can see the frame.
If you didn't know, our cameraman is a Centaur.
half man, half horse.
Yeah, and he talks to, puts microphones to his neck. That's how he likes to talk. So, FYI, just if you see it, he doesn't talk in a mouth. His mouth doesn't move. But centaurs talk through their necks, just so you know, because that's how they do it.
Sorry, Maddie's mom. Won't happen again.
If you're listening, the way you know it's a centaur is they always say, ooh. That's what centaurs do.
That's correct, yes.
Okay,
I got a good one. Before you stop, I
Okay.
got something I just thought of, and this one's for you, Centaur. Does Centaur have a name? I think we just put you in the corner when you're done, right? Give you a little hay and apples. But the thing I want to say is, Centaur, what do you call a horse politician?
A horse politician is a horseator.
A senator.
Oh, boom!
Good one.
I made that up with my own thought heads in my
That
head.
was awesome. Oh yeah, we forgive you, Mr. Horse. Right,
Yeah, it's
Anthony?
fine.
Yeah, I'm sure my mom forgives you too.
You've got mail.
Hey,
Oh,
this is the first time we've gotten mail here.
yeah,
I didn't know we got mail here.
yeah.
You got in here.
Whoa,
Ooh. You got fan mail.
fan mail. It's turned on.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
I thought fan mail was something else.
I thought it was paper, not like an actual fan.
That's really nice, though. It's nice. That mailman. I don't know how legit that mailman was.
Was that a paper patch on his shirt?
Yeah, the shirts could have been less wrinkled, and
Yeah.
and he on his that was like a shopping bag. What's happening today?
I don't know.
Oh, we have the dang
Or an
horse.
alternate reality, I guess.
Yeah, and I turn. it's nice to have a fan though.
It is.
but it was on. That's
Yeah.
the weird part. Like,
Yeah.
how
that
long was
kinda
that on?
weird.
If he is a legit mailman, how long?
I don't know. That's
and there's no
hilarious.
box. Like, it's just a fan.
Yeah.
Maddie, I'm scared. And now, show and tell with Maddie and Anthony.
This is show and tell. Would you like to show something and tell us about it, Anthony?
Yes, Maddie, would you like to show us and tell
I
something
very
about
much
it?
would, but do you want to try and figure out who goes first? Rock, paper, scissors? What are you putting?
Isn't this how you do it?
Rock, paper,
Oh, I
scissors?
thought you wanted a box. And
No.
All right, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors,
What are you
shoot.
doing?
But if I have
You
two
just
hands, I
do it.
always win.
No, you just do one.
But
hand.
two hands always wins, and I call two hands, so you lost. Ready?
Okay.
I'll do one
All right,
hand.
you go.
Rock,
Paper.
papers.
Why you
Oh, no,
hang
we
your
gotta do it
hand
like
on the
this,
guitar?
right?
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
scissors. Oh,
You can't say what it
okay.
is.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
plate.
Rock, paper, scissors,
scissors.
shoot.
Wow.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Sorry.
Does that mean you go
Scissors.
first?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well, that's what I wanted anyway.
Okay. Well, I'd like to show you my book
Ooh.
that I wrote called Happy Birthday Every Day. It's a nice book, and I'm going to read you, it's a poetry book, and I'm going to read you a poem from it. Stay quiet, Anthony. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to, wow, you're actually being quiet. Thank you. what you can be like, oh, that was good, or if you hear something like, okay. Happy birthday to you. Chew some gum, hum a tune. It's your birthday. Plant your feet on the ground. Bark like a hound. You're here. Smile. You're part of it. You are. Lay down some smiles. Be cheesy. Embrace life. Get a giant plate of mac and cheese. Not boogers. It's your day. I know. I'm not there, but I am. I'm in the page. I'm here too. You're not alone. Puppies. That was random. Be random. It's my poem.
It's nice.
Thank
And
you.
did you do the illustration as well?
I did. I drew those balloons.
Oh, they're balloons.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. They look like balloons. They're nice. They're
Thank
nice.
you, thank
I
you.
really like them.
Okay, so that's my book.
That was
Happy
nice.
birthday every day.
That was nice. And you have it.
Yeah. And
And he signed it. Oh, wait.
what?
Oh, yeah. Will you read? No, it's fine.
Yeah, that was my poem that I read. Happy birthday, every day. It's on Amazon. You can buy it. And
Should
now
we
I
do,
want to
since we have two every other?
what?
Should we do every? No. Well, you do yours and I'll do mine. Like Christmas.
Oh.
Like Christmas.
Okay. And now I'd like to show you my juggling balls. These are my juggling balls. They're made out of I don't know, like cloth and beans or something. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little juggling here.
All right.
Crap.
Yeah, you were right about that little part.
It's
That was definitely a little juggling.
It's been a while.
All right, let's go
Okay.
again.
Okay, yeah, these are my jug.
No, you don't have to say the whole thing again.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Ooh, that was very
Yeah,
good.
Thank you.
May I
thank
give it a
you.
whirl?
Yes.
Oh. Oh,
Very good. Very good.
one more
Looks like
time.
we need to
3 is a
practice.
charm, they say in them.
Oh.
Damn it. These balls are faulty. I'm very good at juggling. If these
Don't
weren't
blame the
faulty,
balls.
they're slippery. You put water on them or
These are my
something.
juggling balls. Yep. I
They're
like to
very
practice.
nice. They
Thank
actually
you.
are very nice material. And where can people find this book, sir?
They can find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's a good book. Enjoy it.
All
Read
right.
it.
I love it.
And, all right. Let's.
I have that book.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I
Yeah.
am going to show you is this guy. Maybe I'll put it to the camera. How do you do? Up close to a camera?
Camera's over there.
Oh, where is it?
Yeah.
Here?
Over
Huh?
there.
Where is it? Here? Ah!
You found it. Yeah.
So this, I have a few things I really like to collect, Maddie, as you know. And I like hip-hop memorabilia or history. And this little guy is Notorious B.I.G. And Bad Boy is a jersey he wore in a rap video. He's got a gold chain. He's got gold. It says Biggie on the back. This is kind of a rarity. My friend found it in Chicago at a thrift store, and she got it for like $2, and it was mixed up with a bunch of Barbie dolls, which is really funny that this was like a rapper from the 90s who was like sitting next to Barbie and Ken, which is great.
Oh, wow.
You want to hold
That's
it or
very
no? You
cool.
can look at it.
That's very cool.
I think it's pretty cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I love.
That's awesome.
I've been collecting, and then I don't know, like
Now, where do you keep these?
I have a whole shelf. I have a lot of hip hop. Is
Oh,
it memorabilia? I guess it is. I
Yeah.
have a lot, and I really like collecting artifacts from hip hop. And this toy is very. I really like this one. I really like the design. I think I've tried to wear the gold chain a couple times. It did not fit.
You could probably wear it as a bracelet
Well, no, I like it necklace.
or a little ring.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But yes, I love that he's got boots.
The boots are cool.
Yeah, so I have that, and I have another hip-hop thing that I think is really cool. So this is Biggie. He's a rapper, very famous rapper from the 90s, very influential. And if you don't know about hip-hop, you should look him up. Notorious B.I.G., very famous rapper.
Let's put him right here.
No longer with us, unfortunately. He's standing on the sharpener because he's sharp-witted. And then this is another thing I have, and it's pretty fun. So, Matty, in the 90s, there was a band called Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. Do you remember them?
No.
They sang a bunch of different songs. One of them is, "See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely." You don't remember Bone Thugs-n-Harmony?
No.
Are you lying?
I don't.
You don't
I
remember?
can't even remember my last name sometimes.
Okay, this is insane. Crossroads is a very famous song. Well, you will not know the promotion for this then. Do you remember a song called Wake Up, Wake Up, Wake Up? It's the first of the month. So cash your checks and come on. Get up, get.
No.
Wow.
How about the Soundwalker, our sound man, and Chris, our
You know
astrological
Bone.
producer?
Bone was like the biggest band in the 90s. I've never heard of them. Are you serious? Cleveland, they had stuff to do with Easy. Who are you people? This is an actual promotional item for the song First of the Month by Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. And it is a food coupon or a food stamp.
Does it still work?
Yeah, you can cash this out in any store in Cleveland or
Oh,
anyone in
cool.
Ohio. That is not true. But this is a very rare piece of hip hop history because they only put them out in Cleveland. And it's really interesting and fun if you're into hip hop because it's the first of the month food coupon. And I think that this is another one of my favorite things for show and tell. And Bone Thugs-n-Harmony is a band from Cleveland. They do a harmony, and they all sing at the same time. They're very, very influential hip hop group from the 90s as well. So those are my two favorite.
Very cool.
You knew
Thank you.
you knew who he is though, right?
Yeah. I know who he is. Yeah. Notorious B.I.G.,
Horseman. Did you know who Biggie is? You know Biggie.
Biggie, yes, Biggie.
Everyone knows Biggie, but you don't know Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. I am in shock. You don't either.
Yeah. No.
They were on the top of the charts in the 90s, Matty. Anyways, that's what I showed you.
That's
Things
very
that
cool.
One
Thank
thing
you for
you knew
sharing.
about at least.
And he's juggling now. He's
Yeah.
learning to juggle. Awesome.
A little
So
better than
that's
me.
That's our show and tell.
You want me to say something after?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's our show and tell.
You don't need to. Thank you for showing.
And thank you for telling.
That's been
Show and tell. Show and tell. We just did a show and tell. Why aren't you singing our show and tell theme song?
It's not rocket science.
Blast Off. Emily Churchill is a Reiki healer here in Los Angeles, and she also does sessions remotely as well. Is that right?
That is true.
Okay, cool. Did I get that right?
You're rocking it.
All right, let me just keep going then.
Blast off again.
That's my line.
I'm sorry. Actually, we will be raffling off a free session with her,
Yes.
meaning Emily.
Yeah.
So keep listening and we'll tell you how to enter. But that's not why we want you to listen. We want you to listen so you can learn. Because after all,
Like we always say, it's not
Reiki.
rocket science.
Yes.
Without further ado, here she is, Emily Churchill.
I clapped under. I started clapping under the table, but then I started
Emily
clapping.
Churchill, she's
Yeah.
here. Welcome. Thank you so
Thanks.
much for coming and being on our podcast.
I love this. I'm
And-
so excited.
First
great.
off, I didn't know this, but you know Anthony.
Oh my gosh.
Years.
Years.
Oh my
We
God.
worked together in Chicago at a place called Ed DeBevick's.
Antibiotics.
And if there's any Ed's people, they
Oh.
should be from our class.
Probably,
which,
yeah.
People still work there. I was there not
Yes.
long ago. And Travis, a lot of good friends are still there. Travis was our manager.
Yep.
And he still is a manager there. So awesome. But
Yeah.
Ed DeBevick's is a kind of a jokey.
50s, 60s
Yeah.
diner. Gives you a little
Oh.
attitude.
Did you guys
That's what I
sing
did.
at this diner? Was
Uh-huh.
that-
I mean,
Oh
I
my
did.
God.
Did you sing?
I just danced really, but I never learned properly the dance moves.
Didn't either.
Okay, good. I guess we weren't looking at each other, but nobody probably knew what we were doing.
So it's kind of like Michelli's here in Los Angeles, that Italian place.
A little bit,
Yeah.
but with attitude, because people come in being like, "Oh, they're gonna be rude to you." That's what I think they come in like, and I'm usually like, "I'm just gonna be."
Are you rude to them?
I was. I think I was.
You were both of us.
Yeah,
I mean, that was our
we were.
job.
That was our. Thank you.
It was your job
That
to
was
be
our
rude.
She
job.
wasn't like rude because
What
she
kind of
was
things
rude.
did you have to say?
I think I always describe it as just adding idiot after taking an order. Like,
Yes.
what would you like, idiot?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
Another cheeseburger, dummy, and
Yeah.
then that's kind of what it. Because we're
Is
not.
that why you call everyone dummy?
No, just you. I'm around when I'm around another Ed's person, I can't help it.
I
You
know.
stupid. No, but
Yeah.
it's more clean. It's more clean.
It's more clean, yeah. Especially now too. Even before, have you noticed that? Like, I haven't
Mm-hmm.
gone, but I hear that they can't even. We used to do some things that I know they can't do anymore.
Because
my
I know
God,
there,
yeah.
there is a place though. There is like a hot dog place where they
Oh,
like swear
we
at
ain't
you.
Wiener Circle, my man.
Do you know what I'm talking
we
about?
did have
Yes.
wieners though. We
Yeah,
did.
yeah, we
They
did. We
swear
had
the F word. at
Actually,
you?
my son, that was like, we call it the world's largest wiener, and we have the
Yes.
world's smallest sundae.
I mean,
But my son Zane just had the world's largest wiener and ate the whole thing. And,
Ate the whole thing.
And then did a small sundae. It's so fun.
I love it. It is fun. You get the hats. It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah, I gotta go there and check this place
Wiener
out.
Circle is very different. It's like really more harsh. We're more family friendly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wiener Circle is known because they started off being rude and then they just became famous and then they kind of milked it later on.
Oh,
But in the
okay.
beginning, I think they were just like, "Hey, dog person, what do you want?"
All right, we'll bleep that out.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean.
Right.
You can
I
just
do.
bleep
Well,
it.
We're not here about hot dogs.
No,
We're here
okay.
about Reiki.
We're here
So
about Reiki.
Yeah.
Tell us about.
Okay.
Tell us what is Reiki.
Yeah. It's interesting. Here's the thing. I am attuned to do Reiki on other people, but here's the thing that I learned that I don't think a lot of people know is you can do Reiki on yourself. So Reiki is, and I mean, I would say it's probably more powerful when you have a practitioner do it. But so say you just put your hand on your heart just for a little bit.
What
or
hand?
Either hand, honey.
Either
We're
hand.
talking left or right.
All right.
And then if you just leave it there for a little bit, you will feel a little, like I already feel heat there. Do you feel just a little bit of heat from your
Are you
own
closing
body?
your eyes, Anthony?
I mean, you can close, you don't have to.
And listeners, not rocket sciencers,
Do I
hope
feel
you're
heat?
trying to.
Just a little heat. Well, and also, here's a good
Oh.
example. You know, when you were younger, you don't, you can continue holding if you'd like, but you know, when you were younger and your mom or your dad or just a parental, figure, you would have a little boo-boo on your hand or something, and they would put their, hand on it or they'd kiss it. That is a form of Reiki in the very simple sense of really it's exchanging positive energy. Let's just put it down to that. That's what it is.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right? And so you can do it yourself whenever you need. Like if you just need to calm down, a lot of times I will just put my hand on my heart and I'll take a few deep breaths. And it'll bring you back to your center, which is really what we're all trying to do here, even though we may not know that that's what we're doing, but we're just trying to bring it back in. And Reiki just kind of, I'm going to say this. That's a release.
It is?
Yes, it is, honey.
Whoa.
Burping. I burp sometimes when I do sessions. Oops. And then maybe a little fart. You know, if you get a little
fart when you're doing this to
sometimes it's
people?
embarrassing. Or I'll try to hold it, but then I'm like, no, you got to let the energy flow.
You have to let it too? I thought you were. Well, there. I don't know if you're doing this to me. Please release beforehand.
You're bringing your restaurant job that you had into your Reiki.
Just
I
farting.
like to combine everything, really,
Nice.
to
I
put
feel
it all
like
together. Yeah.
Reiki is really just doing the pledge allegiance, a pledge of the allegiance
there it is,
right here.
right
Maybe
there, yeah.
a little
Of the
bit,
G-
yeah.
Isn't this
Yeah.
what you had to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. So yeah,
The
I
Pledge
burped.
Allegiance?
So it causes a little release. So
It does. That's the thing.
yeah.
It releases. And I'll tell you, I do rate a lot of distance sessions, especially during COVID, because we couldn't see in person. And I'll tell you, I'm getting chills. I had some clients, it was a very intense time for them, and I could feel it when I was doing the distance session, which I'm also a skeptic, right? So I don't want you to think that I am like this, I know exactly how this works. I actually don't. I just go in showing love and light, and I just hope that I'm putting it out there is really how I go about it.
Yeah.
But I've just seen a lot of positive results, like people that had COVID, you know, I don't know test wise, but you know, they were able to breathe better after they did the session with me that I did remotely. And it was just really awesome to
That's
see and
awesome.
hear. And I think, to be honest, I think what it does is it gives everyone a moment to breathe. I think it gives everyone a moment for their bodies to calm down. I think with me putting my hands on you and doing the Reiki, I think it's just like, oh, there it is. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Right? I
Yeah.
think that's what it is at the core of it. But I don't know. Does that explain? Did that even
That was
answer the
very
question?
good. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I
And
think
what are so speaking on that,
Yeah.
what are some more things that patients or clients come to you? What are they looking for when they get Reiki? Like
Yeah.
what kind of ailments or what are they looking for?
Yeah, what does it heal?
What
a
does
lot
it
of things,
heal?
like what are the
Yeah.
things that
Right?
what are
Yeah.
the things that it's healing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
That's a better way to
love
ask
that.
the question. Thank
no,
you.
I love that. So I would say I'm gonna put 5 out there. I'm looking at my hands right now. I'm gonna put 5. I think number 1 is if they have like a pain, like in their back. A lot of times, back, hips, in their stomach. That's usually the area when people will be like, I really have this pain. And so I will concentrate on that. And basically, like I'm saying, I will concentrate on that. And I feel that it releases any blockages. This is woo-woo, I know. But it releases any blockages that may be hindering the pain. In addition to medical and all of that stuff, I feel like it's all, combined if we work it all together. Also, they come for chakras. Like if they feel like, part of their chakras are not working, like their sacral, which is creative, third eye, which is intuitive, right? So we'll come and we'll do a whole session about the chakras. And I think just feeling off. But I say that, but it's like, don't we all feel off once in a while,
Yeah,
like
of
every
course,
day?
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
What about like if I'm tired? Is that a thing that it helps?
Yeah.
Like kind of giving more energy.
It does, but I'm going to be honest with you.
Thank you. Thank you for not lying.
I mean, come on, right? We're on not rocket science.
Right.
So yes, but I'm going to put a caveat on that because a lot of times when you'll get a Reiki session, you might get a little tired because you're finally relaxed,
That makes sense, actually.
right?
Yeah.
But you'll realize maybe the next day or even in a few hours, you will have more energy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
And what other differences do people like? What things do people feel after a session? Can you describe some
gosh.
other things? That
I've
they
had
feel?
some people cry a lot. Basically, all of the things you can think about when you're releasing. So we've got burps, we've got toots, maybe have to go to the bathroom afterwards, drink a lot of water, and then also crying. I feel it's just another form of releasing.
Yeah.
But that's been one that it's a bit, I'm able to handle it and we're able to go through it. And I'm like, okay, let's just get this out. Let's talk about this while I'm putting Reiki on their head and their back, just trying to calm them down. But yeah, it's all a form in one way or another of releasing.
And what happens,
Does
because
that
I
make
know
sense?
you explained the farting, the crying, and the burping and all that, and that's what you do. But what happens with the people that you're doing this to? So you're crying while you're doing it.
Sometimes
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
they
teasing.
toot.
No, I'm saying you.
Oh, me?
I just picture you
Oh.
crying, farting, peeing, burping, and then they're just like, the session's over. And
No,
you're like, what just happened?
I've had Reiki from Emily.
Yes,
and
that's
she's
true.
very, very professional, and
thank you, Matty.
I felt very healed, and I was going through something, and she helped heal me. So thank you,
Oh,
Emily.
good.
What was your feelings
Yeah,
that
high
you
five.
had when you did it?
Oh, yeah,
If
there's
you're
a good
willing
one.
to be open and
I
vulnerable.
I felt lighter.
Lighter?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Just felt lighter, and like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and it felt
Tears?
great. There were some tears. Yeah, there were
Yeah?
some tears.
Farts?
No farts.
I don't know. I just think it's funny.
So can you talk
Yeah.
about kind of when you're in a session, just kind of, I know if you can, but
Yeah.
there's certain hand movements that you do. So can you just kind of talk about, like, sometimes you'll rest your hand on a patient, or you'll hover your hand. What's kind of the difference, or what are some of the hand movements that you
Yeah.
do? And how do you become, this is kind of a two-part question, but how do you
Yeah.
become a Reiki
healer?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you want to know how I became a Reiki healer?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay,
please,
because
thank you.
there's a bit more of a story to that.
Yeah.
Sure. Me? You pointed at me.
I'm
I'm the
pointing at
reason you became. Oh my God! This is
Is
wild.
he the reason?
It is, yeah, no.
God.
No, it's an interesting story because my dad, he got diagnosed with Parkinson's, and when that happened, I was like, oh, I got to do something. What am I going to do? And so I came across a Reiki training session. I was like, I'm going to do this. And it really started me on the whole journey of healing and all the other things that I do. Here's the caveat on that. And I don't know if that's the correct word, but my dad has a heart monitor. And so I learned in my Reiki practices that you shouldn't do Reiki or in-person Reiki on anyone that has a heart monitor or a diabetic pump.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Because it does change energy. That's why after your session, you felt lighter. You felt, you released some things. This is why I think most people feel lighter, is they release some things that maybe were blocking them. And so knowing that, I was like, oh, but I kept going. And then I just was like, well, I'm just going to try to spread this as much as I can, because I feel like everyone needs a 30-minute Reiki session, because I feel like it's, 60-minute, because I feel like it just gets you back in touch with you. And that's the core of all of it. But yeah, I went to school, I got attuned, and then I started doing sessions.
Those are the two very specific, like 30 and 60? Those are like, you
Yes.
don't go under or over usually?
Yeah, I usually do a 30 and then a 60. Because usually in that time, usually in the 30 and even like the distance session, what I mainly concentrate on is I always like someone to say, why aren't you getting this session, right? So that I can focus on that, but also focus on your chakras while I'm doing that. Get those in line, might as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it hard to, I bet it is kind of difficult to kind of learn all this stuff when you're in, like, how long is the training? What do you have to do?
I think it was about a year.
Yeah. And is there a bunch of students together and then a teacher, or how does it work?
Yes, and then the hands. You were talking
Yeah.
about
Oh,
the
yeah,
hands.
sorry.
This
Yeah.
brings me to the hands, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Because we learned in our session, in our classes, we learned the hands. Okay, and this is what I learned. So whenever you put your hands in front of you and you put them in like a cup.
I'm gonna
Formation,
actually film
right?
your hands while you talk about this.
Yeah,
for the
so
pod.
it-
Can
and
you
it's-
start
Yeah. So when I was in class, we did our hand position. This was major. You want to put it in a cup position. Cup position, and even the fingers are closed, right? So meaning they're really close together. And so this is basically what's holding the Reiki energy once you got it going. And so then when I'm over on your head or on your body, I'll go like this. And really, it depends on what I'm feeling. I know we're getting woo-woo again.
No,
but-
I don't say woo-woo. I love it. I
Okay,
think it's
you love it.
very
Oh, good.
cool. Don't worry. I think it's awesome.
So I'm here. So if I'm on top of your head, I will most likely start on, And then, I might loosen it up a little bit. I'm a practitioner that I do like to be right on. Now, when I get to certain sensitive areas, wink, wink, we all know what that is, I usually take it a little bit up because I don't want it to be awkward for either of us, right? So, down in the sacral to the root chakra, okay. So I'd be about this far from your body.
Okay.
And you'd still feel the heat. That's the thing. It's really weird. And so I just go down the body like that. And then maybe on your knees, I'll definitely put some, if I can. When I'm doing a distance session, I do this. And before any of my sessions, I always say a prayer. So I kind of call in, as you will, the Reiki energy. And what I'll do is I'll be the surrogate. So I will go down my own body.
Oh, interesting.
As you, right? So if I'm doing a distance session on Anthony, I would do the prayer and I am your channel. And then I would just continue to go down. And I have a thing I listen to, which I've recorded for you to listen to as I'm doing it. So you're
cool.
listening to what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
And then I'm literally going down your body, down your chakras, all the way down. And that's how I do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
that's awesome.
So
Okay.
in the beginning, is it important to have your hands even?
No.
So I could do this
you
and
could
it
do
doesn't.
that.
Because I didn't know if it was like some kind of heat thing that creates from that.
No, you could do either. The most important is that the fingers are together and it's like a cup. So it's like basically you're holding the energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Really
interesting that
cool.
when you're
Yeah.
and then so how do people react when it is what did you say, remote? I can't.
Remote.
Or when when
Yeah.
you're doing it to your hand,
Yes.
do they follow their hand on your? I didn't.
No,
understand
you
that
don't
part.
have to. And
So they just sit there and.
Yeah, and what I do is I send an email with the link, and I'm like, you don't have to do anything.
Mm.
If you want to meditate at the same time, I think that helps to kind of get into the energy, but the energy is coming whether you sit down or not.
I gotcha.
And it's interesting because I've had people that I've done Reiki distance sessions with, and as I was doing it, right, I always tell them too, I'm like, I'm starting, I'm ending. And they said I could feel it as soon as you started. I could feel the Reiki energy. One of my clients had a child, or I think he was like 5 or 6 at the time, and she's like, can I do a Reiki session for him? And I was like, oh, for sure. And she took a picture of him, and he was literally laid out on his bed, like a position
Oh
he's
my
never been in
God.
before, but he was just so relaxed
Just
and like
knocked him out.
chilled out.
That's
yeah.
so funny. That's so interesting.
So yeah, it
Wow.
is interesting. It is, because I would not think when I went through schooling and learned about the distance session, I was a little bit skeptical. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm like, I can see and feel when you're in person,
Yeah.
but doing the distance session, I was like, I don't know. But since I've been doing it, I don't see really a difference, to be honest. I feel like
Wow.
it helps.
Wow.
It
That's
helps.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well-
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, since we're here in person and you're here,
Yeah.
do you mind demonstrating some Reiki on Anthony?
Did you forget
Is
my
it-
name?
No.
Wow.
No,
I
I
thought we
mean,
were really close friends. Not you. He was like,
oh, sorry. Yeah.
I knew you knew my
I was
name.
trying
He
to.
was staring at me like, could you do Reiki on Tom?
I was.
I thought Tom was coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying
Who's
to
Tom?
like build it up.
Okay. By
Yeah.
forgetting my name?
No.
Yeah, right. Build it
All
up.
right.
Nothing.
Sure. Do you want to do a sesh?
Will you do
Or a
some,
little- just a
some
little bit.
Reiki on my
I mean,
best
we
bud,
did talk about
Todd
doing it
here?
prior. Yes.
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom?
Oh yeah.
I can-
Awesome.
Okay, yeah.
So
Well,
yes.
So we'll. How are we gonna do this? With
Yeah, how are we gonna do that? Because what I can do, let me ask you this. Do you
Whatever.
mind? You can leave your headphones on. You can stay right there. I'll literally just come behind you, and then I'm just gonna start at your head, and I'll probably just get down to your shoulders. It's not gonna be a long one, but I'm gonna say a little meditation while I do it, because that's what I do before every session, just to get you in.
Great.
Does that sound cool?
I mean, I meditate. I do transcendental meditation.
Whoa. Okay.
awesome.
So don't mess with
Cool,
me.
yeah.
That's like
So yeah, let's
stuff. Okay.
let's do it.
So now I'm just gonna shut my eyes.
You're gonna shut your eyes. I'm gonna put my hands actually on your shoulders right now. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're just gonna, and I'm actually closing my eyes too. So we're getting into it. So what I'd love for you to do is take a deep breath in, and then exhale out, releasing. Take another deep breath in, and release. Take one more deep breath in, and release. And now what I'd love for you to do is just focus on your heart. Focus on the energy from your heart moving throughout your body. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anything. All you need to do is just be. Feel the Reiki energy flowing through your body, healing your mind, body, and soul, only and always for your highest good. Okay. And now what I'd love for you to do, because we're going to bring you right out of this, and it's totally fine. I'd love for you to take another deep breath in. Exhaling out. Let the vibrations run through your body. Wiggle your fingers. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. That was great.
What happened?
Did you do that burp on purpose?
I
or
did.
Was that...
Man, that was awesome.
Thank you so much. Yes, I do feel very relaxed and nice.
do you?
Yeah,
Feel good?
that was really cool. Yeah.
Oh,
You
good.
look like a new man.
Thank you.
You really do.
Yeah,
You look good.
it was nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And the beginning part, I was like, everyone's staring at me.
I know.
And then I was like, it just kind of left, that part left.
Oh, good.
And then I was just kind of like trying to be meditative or whatever. Yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
What advice would you give someone? That was amazing, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you
really,
so much.
really amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
high five
I
it.
like to
Really
do
cool.
like
Oh.
Reiki style.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do it.
Yeah, I do feel good. That was great.
So, what advice would you give someone that
Yeah.
wants to become a Reiki healer?
Yeah, so what I would do is this is important. This is all wellness, any avenue that you go into wellness. Reach out to anybody that's calling you, because even within wellness, there are some things that may not jive with you, and you want to make sure that you have a teacher that jives with you. There is a bunch of teachers online. Even if you type in Reiki teaching or Reiki certification in Google, right, it will come up with certain things that you are places where you can go and get your Reiki certifications. I mean, I know in LA, I think there's Liberation is one of them. Like, there are definitely a lot of, especially in LA, right? There's a lot of wellness institutions or places of business, and you can just go and they have Reiki level 1, 2, and 3, I think is when you finally get your master. I don't like to say Reiki master, but I say Reiki healer. I feel like that sounds more cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I
thank
do
you so
recommend her
much.
to you all. How do we
And-
find you on
yeah.
things? To,
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I'm at Let's Heal This Shit, literally,
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Awesome.
Let's Heal This Shit at gmail.com.
Also, we're going to be raffling off a session with
Yes.
you for anyone that's in Los Angeles or remotely.
Or
We're gonna be
remote.
raffling it off. So
Yes.
What can people expect?
Yeah, so you can find me at letshealthishshit.com. That's the website, right?
Yeah.
At Let's Heal This Shit on Instagram, and then Let's Heal This Shit at gmail.com. And you can, if you go on my website, you will see the different Reiki sessions. But I don't know how you're doing the raffle, but whoever wins the raffle, just email me, letshealthishshit at gmail.com, and we can set it up. Because I
Awesome.
want to know where they live and all of that sort of stuff to figure out what we can do that best works for them.
So the raffle, once this episode comes out, once we post it on Instagram, just to enter the raffle, you can put the words Reiki
Ooh,
and in the
okay.
post, and that's how you enter, and we will choose someone at random.
I love it.
And then again, and then we will put you in touch with Emily.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And,
great. I
yeah.
love it.
It's awesome.
I feel a lot of it. Is that
Oh.
true? Like a peaceful.
Oh, good.
good.
No, this is good. Right? It kind of
Yeah,
just takes you
feels
down.
nice.
I don't mean down in a negative way, but it just like, kind of grounds you.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like a new man. Your face is more relaxed.
More relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That was great.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I know I'll definitely book my own session with you.
I love it.
I will too.
Okay.
You're the
You
best.
you signed.
Yeah.
You made me a relay Ever. I was trying to make
good.
a
Yeah.
relay believer. I was trying to figure it out.
That was great, though.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
the best. Thank you.
Have a good
Awesome.
one. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Hi, Reiki
Yes.
5.
Hi, Reiki. Hi, Reiki 5. I love
Reiki.
it. I love
Awesome.
it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And again,
Thank you so much.
you got to reach out because I feel great. I do. I feel like a new person.
Ooh,
I got the world by storm that
That's
I'll be
right.
taking tonight
that's right.
and today. And I
And
thank
I'm
you
still
for that.
I'm still releasing from that hand on the heart thing.
Oh,
I
yay.
feel some burps
Yeah,
still.
he
Oh,
he
that's
did
great.
that. He was releasing before.
I,
I'm gonna
my
tell
my
you.
burps were actually real, by the way.
Well, I
Yours were
smelled
kinda
that
fake.
fart release all day, and I didn't want to say anything, but now we're gonna go out there. He just has gas, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, thank you so much, Emily. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
So yeah, how'd you feel, Anthony? You felt good, or
Well, first off, it has nothing to do with a rake and leaves,
Yep,
which
I told you that. Though.
yeah, you did, and I apologize. I should have just
That's
listened.
okay.
Yeah, I feel so I don't know, like at peace or centered.
You look like a new man.
Yeah, I do. Or I don't know if I do. I guess you just told me that.
Yeah.
But I am a little out of it. So if I am talking a little blah 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 blah, it's because I just got. It almost feels like I got a massage done or something kind
Like
of
you're
relaxed.
floating. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I do float, maybe it is this like I need an exorcism though. Like I shouldn't be actually floating, right? So,
I hope not.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm floating in a peaceful way, but not in a scary exorcist.
No, in a
like,
peaceful.
the devil's
Like
not
Jesus,
in me.
no.
Well,
Jesus.
Jesus floats. I just don't want to float like anybody that was floating.
You
like
don't want to.
evil or not evil. I don't want to float. Let them float. If it's the
We'll
devil
leave the
or
floating
Jesus,
for
the
devil, and
religious
Jesus. Okay.
types. Yeah.
Okay, but before we go, Greg, our houseplant, wanted to share other ways to practice self-care.
Wow, hi, I'm Greg Buckman, and this is how I practice self-care. Well, I start out by drinking plenty of water. That's right, I drink loads of water. Wow, I like to drink up to 20 cups a day. Wow, delicious. Wow, I think I need a bigger cup. Well, it's also important to take a phone break. We spend way too much time on our phones. Well, okay, that's long enough. Well, positive affirmations are important for self-care too. Wow, I am awesome. Wow, I also like to work out daily. These only weigh 2 pounds. Oh, wow, let me tell you something. 2 pounds is better than no pounds. Wow. Wow, I love my dogs. Wow, 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 wow. I am 2 months behind on rent. Wow, wait, that's not an affirmation. Hold on. Wow, I also like to put cucumbers on my eyes. It's great for skincare. Ooh, wow, I guess I cut them too thick.
Oh, anyway, eating vegetables is also good for skincare, okay?
Wow, it's also important to love yourself. Give yourself a hug once in a while. Oh, come here, come here. Oh, I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you, I love you. Wow, I love myself. Wow, I also love to give myself a whipped cream facial once in a while. It's good for skin glow, healthy skin. That's right, whipped cream facial. It also tastes pretty good. You can lick it off if you want. But I highly recommend this. And it's great for skin glow.
Wow, thanks, Greg. Yeah, I'll definitely be taking a nap.
Yeah, I think that seems more stressful than self-care coming out of that plant. But,
Wait, what?
Well, that seems stressful what he was doing.
Self-care?
Isn't that what he did, self-care?
Self-care is like taking care of yourself and doing
Isn't that what he
nice
did?
things for yourself.
Isn't that what he did?
Well, why would that be stressful?
Well, what he was doing, like the thing, it seemed like it would not make me relaxed.
A facial wouldn't make you relax?
Well, the way he put it, I mean, there was so much gunk on his face. I don't think he did it right. I'm honest to God, I think Greg didn't. He put too much stuff on his face. It was everywhere. It was like dripping. Like doesn't seem. Don't you think that seemed a little?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It looked like somebody threw a pie in the guy's face. Like I think they're supposed to rub it in nice. He had globs of stuff all over the place. So I mean,
He looked like a mud creature.
I know. So that's why it didn't feel like it was that relaxing to me. I was kind of worried about his eyes. He just had like cream all over the place, and he just kept saying, "Wow." I don't know. It was cool, though, and I hope he has shiny skin after that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening to Not Rocket
I'm a
Science.
little warm, Matty.
Oh, you are?
Well, the lights or something. I'm sorry to interrupt, but...
Oh, do you want to use that fan we got?
Oh, yeah, the fan mail thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. Horse, can you bring that? Here he is. Oh, it's still on. Boy, the batteries on this thing's great. Oh, there's a note now.
Oh.
Look at that.
What's it say?
Hey, guys. I love the podcast. I'm a big fan. I don't know about all that big. It's kind of a small fan, you ask me. Whatever. But, and it says, love, George. Thanks, George.
Thanks, George. Awesome. Well, you can send your own fan mail by leaving a comment. That feels nice. On our Apple Podcast page, and leave a comment on YouTube, please. Luke, I am your father.
It's not working at all, which is the best. Luke, I am your father. It's supposed to work. Why don't fans work anymore?
I don't know.
Luke, I am your father. Try it.
That was good. Luke, I am your father.
You know what's really weird is since we've been calling Mike Luke Soundwalker, we've been literally telling Mike that we're his dad, which is so weird.
We're
referencing the movie. We're not like calling you. We're not adopting you.
Yeah. So didn't you want to?
I did. I
Yeah,
didn't
say.
want to, but I will. Guys, I will tell you to please like and subscribe as always.
And be curious, keep learning, because after all, learning, it isn't what, Anthony? It's
big
not
fan.
rocket science.
Oh,
I almost forgot. We have our first field trip coming up. Our Not Rocket Science field trip. It's going to be a live event, an art show with myself and Anthony and Melissa Villasenor as well.
she'll be showing her art. Andre Highland, correct?
Yep, Andre Highland.
And many other artists, too. Renee, our florist, will be there with flowers. But to go to this field trip, just so you know, you have to get permission slips from your parents or spouse or girlfriend or whoever. Just get permission from somebody. You must be over 21 to come to the field trip. Please email your permission slips to notrocketsciencepod@gmail.com, and we will read them here on the show.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you.
This field trip's going to be exciting.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Blast off.
Blast off. Wait, I said it. He got me to say it. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, my God. I said somebody else's catchphrase. You jerk.
It's not rocket science.
Not rocket science. Not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.